So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's up YouTube, Dan here from ZWGames, bringing you the brand new deck, and that is Evil Eyes. Now, Evil Eyes remind me of Soul Calibur, just that, you know, that sword that had the eye in it and everything. The artworks on some of these cards are amazing. And this deck is more control based. So it's not like a heavy hitter deck that spams the board. It is more about stalling your opponent down, slowing them out, and then kind of finishing them for game, which is why they don't rely on the extra deck as heavily. That being said, it would be nice to get maybe like a Link 1 or a Link 2 Evil Eye at some point in the future as well. What I'll do is I'm going to take you through this profile, show you what we've got. If you do have any questions about the profile, put that in the link in the description below. Sorry, the comments down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. This is, like I said, the control version. This relies less on the extra deck, and it's still very, very fun. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So I'm going to zoom out and show you exactly what we've got. Now, I apologise if I brutalise some of these names, but we've got triple Servial. This is the main monster of the deck. Level 4, so when this card is normal summoned, you add an Evil Eye card from your deck to your hand, except himself. If this card equipped with Evil Eye of Selene, quick effect, you target one special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use the effect of Serial once per turn. Once per turn during the next standby phase, after this effect was activated, destroy one card you control. Quite straightforward on that one. And then we play double Medusa, Watcher of the Evil Eye. When this card is normal summoned, you target one Evil Eye card in your graveyard, except itself, add it to the hand. If this card is equipped with Selene, you can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, banish it. You can only use the effect once per turn. Once per turn during the next standby phase, after this effect was activated, banish one card in your graveyard. Now, I'm assuming they just fizzle if you don't have them in the graveyard and you don't have, well, Serial will probably obviously always go out because it just destroy one card you control, so it would pop itself. But Medusa might be able to fizzle out. Anyway, that is it for the Evil Eye monsters that you play. The other monsters you play is double Ash Blossom, double Ghost Ogre. These can be any kind of mixture of hand traps you wish. I personally like Ghost Ogre because I think it's less expected right now in the game, so that when you do drop it on a player, it actually messes them up a lot more than you think, because not many people are expecting it. On top of that, Effect Veil is also very, very good, so it depends on what type of budget you have available to you and what kind of cards you have to hand. Then, of course, we've got double Artifact Scythe and one Moral Tap because we are playing the Artifact engine. This is part of the stun of the deck. The whole idea, because it does revolve around Serial or Serial, it can be quite like Kaiser Colosseum in this deck would be insane. So it can be quite a one route kind of play, but because it's got so much disruption, it can be very, very good to stun your opponent, which is why the Artifact engine is very, very important in the deck. So definitely play that if you can get hold of them. I'm hoping that in OTS 10 we do get a Scythe reprint, which would be very, very nice to go along with those Moral Tap reprints. Moving on to the spells, triple Evil Eye of Selene. This is, of course, the main equipped spell. Equipped only to Evil Eye monster, it cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effect. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. It would be really, really good if it said it can't be tributed as well. That then stops getting you getting Kaiju'd. Now, I don't know if you can see this here, but I only noticed this like after looking at the card. There's actually a face, so you actually see. I'm trying to see if I can get it to print out camera. You can just barely see it there. So hidden in the secret is actually a face with the Evil Eye on top of it, which I think is really, really good. I'd love to see this in American because I bet it would pop a hell of a lot more as well. That's what I mean about the artwork. The artwork is stunning. Anyway, sorry. Each time you activate the equipped monster's effect, or you activate another Evil Eye spell or trap card, the equipped monster gains 500 attack. If it does, you lose 500 life points. The attack gain remains even if this card leaves the field. And I don't believe that's once per turn. Let me just double check it. Yeah, it's just each time, so it can stack and stack and stack, which is really, really cool. This card, if this card is in your graveyard, you pay 1,000 life points and banish one Evil Eye spell or trap from your graveyard. Except itself, set this card, only use the effect once per turn. Triple Evil Eye Domain. Again, artwork stunning. When this card is activated, you add an Evil Eye monster from your deck to your hand, so you're going to be searching out Servial. Once per turn during damage calculation, if an Evil Eye monster is attacked while this Evil Eye Selene is in your spell and trap card zone, you can make the battle damage you take from the battle also inflicted to your opponent. If this card is in the field zone, it's destroyed by card effect. Target one Evil Eye monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Only activate once per turn. So this is nice in the standby phase to bring back a sigil from the grave if you need to. Double Terraforming to search that out. And then we've got one Evil Eye Confrontation. If you control an Evil Eye monster, target one spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy it. And if you do, if you do, and Evil Eye of Selene is in your spell and trap card zone, banish that destroyed card. So it's okay, not amazing, but it's okay. One Evil Eye Awakening, again, artwork, I couldn't say no to this. Special summon one Evil Eye monster from your hand or graveyard, or if Evil Eye of Selene is in your spell and trap card zone, you can special summon one Evil Eye monster from your deck instead. Now, the whole idea of this, like I said, is to get into Sigil, search out the Eye of Selene, play the Eye of Selene, and if you've got this in hand as well, you've got place to go further forward onwards. It does clash with some of your draw cards, which is why, or one of your draw cards, which is why we only play at one, because you should be able to build your board up. You shouldn't need to worry about special summoning one from deck. But if you do find it's an issue, you can just bump this up as well. We've got the one, finally, one Evil Eye Repose. So when you activate this card, you can banish one Evil Eye card from your graveyard, draw one card. Once per turn, after damage calculation, if your Evil Eye monster equipped with an Evil Eye of Selene attacked an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster. If this card is in the spell and trap card zone is destroyed by a card effect, target up to 3 of your banished Evil Eye cards and return them to the graveyard. So it's not amazing. Again, artwork is, it's just a nice kind of like resource kind of maintainer, and then being able to banish your opponent's monsters could be very, very good, which is why we play a very, very spicy tech in this deck. Like I said, doesn't rely on the extra deck, so triple pot of Extravagance, double pot of Duality. You can play 3 if you want. I just really do not like going Duality into Duality. Another card that you can, of course, add to this deck is Thanos Dragon. That could be a very, very good way of digging through your deck, putting back dead cards like your like Second Avarice, Second Duality, stuff like that back into your deck, and coming from there. Double Instant Fusion. This is very, very important actually, because you want your effects to go off. You have to get, your board has to be your Serziel plus your Evil Eye of Selene, so you have to be very, very careful that you need your effects to go off. Also, you can kind of break boards, which is why our extra deck, even though we don't rely on it, the cards that we do rely on is Thousand Eyes Restrict and Millennium Eyes Restrict, just because it gives you extra protection for your effects to go off, alongside, of course, triple Call by the Grave. And then our spicy, spicy tech is Double Mask Change 2. All of your Evil Eye monsters that you do play are darks, and they are level 4s. Plus the fact that you can recycle these in the end phase, or your standby phase of some of your other cards as well, and of course your Medusa can help. Once you use their effect to pop a card, you can then go into Mask Change 2, bring out a Dark Claw, and again, Dark Claw is always going to be a pain in the butt for your opponent to deal with. Then for the traps, we've got triple Artifact Sanctum. Now, I didn't pull any, but I have bought them. They were really, really cheap. Was 2 Evil Eye Retribution, I believe it was. So it's the counter trap that basically, if you control Selene and an Evil Eye monster, when your opponent activates a card effect, you negate and destroy it. And if Selene is on the board, this card can't be negated, so it's great to get past Red Reboot. And then, of course, we've got the Evil Eye Defeat. This is just, again, another really, really cool artwork. And if you control an Evil Eye monster, target 1 monster on the field, or up to 2 monsters, or 2 instead if Evil Eye Selene is in your spell and trap card zone, return them to the hand. You can only activate 1 per turn. So, again, very, very gimmicky, not reliant on this card. Like I said, if you wanted to put Thanos Dragon, or if you have Thanos Dragon that you want to put in here, which I highly advise if you do have it, cutting that trap card out could be very, very useful, and then cutting any of these spells out as well could be very, very good, because like I said, at this moment in time, the Evil Eye deck revolves around 2 cards. That is Selene and, of course, your Serziel, so it's very, very important on that one. Now onto the extra deck. Like I said, the extra deck is less relevant. You do not need to worry about the extra deck at all, but you've got the one Zarziel, Ruler of the Evil Eyed. It requires 2+ Evil Eye monsters, but because it is link free, it's very, very hard to do, because it's very rare you're flooding the board with Evil Eye monsters in this build and in this version, which is why a link 2 that can probably help step up into this could be very, very useful. So if this card was link summoned using a monster with 26 or 100 attack as material, it can make a second attack during the battle phase. If this card is equipped with Evil Eye Selene, quick effect, you target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use the effect once per turn. Once per turn during the next standby phase, after this effect was activated, negate the effect of 1 effect monster this card currently points to. So it's not great, but it's okay. Then you're just playing staples. So your Cerberus, your YUGIOH Apprentice Reader, because at this moment in time, it's probably one of the best rank 4s around. I'll go through the cards that we don't really rely on, but their staples is Phoenix, Unicorn, Borreload, Borreload Dragon, and then instant fusion target of Raijin. This could be anything you want. You don't have to rely on these. These cards are pretty much, you do not mind if they get banished. The next 6 cards are what you do mind getting banished, and that's where it gets kind of sticky. So you play double Thousand Eyes of Restrict, double Millennium Eyes Restrict. Now you're only ever going to play 2 of these with your instant fusion, but this one stops like Ash Blossoms, Ogres, stuff like that to protect you, and then the Thousand Eyes can slightly pull out your opponent and break their board, and then of course you've got double Masked Hero Darklaw. Like I said, the deck does not rely on the extra deck, so it's very, very nice to kind of play around with these cards and give you a couple of alternatives, which can be very, very good and useful and really, really catch your opponent out. Like I said, if you want to stun your opponent, having a board with a Marsh Change, plus your Serzial and the Evil Eye of Selene can really, really cause your opponent a hell of a lot of issues. So the deck can seriously operate, especially if you're then going to hit them with an Artifact Sanctum, and then of course you're going to be boosting your Serzial up even more as long as it's equipped with the Selene. It then all comes down to the extra deck, but like I said, I think Thanos Dragon, of course, is a very, very nice input into this deck and can really, really change some of the opening hands, and it just gives you that alternative. Like, rather than looking at your hand going, ah crap, I've got a bit of a dead hand here because I've got 2 dualities or I've got 2 extravagances, you can then spin them back into deck, draw new cards, or draw new cards, then spin them back into deck, and then that helps you increase your chances of digging for your Serzial play as well. Anyway, that is it for the deck profile. I hope you liked it. I hope it gives you an idea of your own version. If you do have any questions, like I said, put them in the comments down below. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. I will try and do a test hand video for this deck. I'm still learning the ropes on it myself. But it is, like I said, it's less impressive in the sense that it is get to this guy with the equip spell as soon as you possibly can, and then just stall your opponent out, play the negate and destroy kind of game, and then see them off until the end. So anyway, that is it for the deck profile. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time guys, as always, happy dueling. What's up YouTube, Dad here from Zephyr Games. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always guys, happy dueling.